Hello and welcome to Brier Rock Cemetery. Today we are going to be doing a review of the Harvester of Souls from Spirit Halloween. If you like what I do, please like, subscribe, and share. So I got this on a flash sale before Halloween, which was kind of nice. So let's get in here and see what we got. I like this prop this year. This was probably the only thing that really enticed me. All the other spirit props were okay, but this one really stood out. So I'm going to put all the parts on the ground. We're going to see what we have. Alright, this in itself is kind of eerie. The way she comes out of the box, you got to snap all those twist ties and stuff. But yeah, they actually give her a hairnet, which is kind of cool. But yeah, this is creepy. And your power supply is up here in this cardboard little cutout. A lot of people just throw it out, forgetting about it. So it's always up there. Alright, after a ton of cutting, I don't know if Spirit has a problem with theft or what, but there were so many twist ties, so I just cut them off with side cutters. But here are all the parts: base, instructions, fog hose attachment at the end, poles, motor, the girl, her hose, DC adapter, the harvester, his hands, and the Shaw. So we're going to do this step by step. The hardest prop that I have to put together every year is Cagey the Clown. I had such a hard time with him this year. Last year when I first got him, he wasn't so bad, but this doesn't look too hard. So let's go from there. This is the first step. You have to put the A where the A is and the B, and it's just these three pulls. And I'm surprised because now it seems like it's actually permanently on there. It's not like a sticker that could pop off. Now, I don't know. I don't buy many spirit props, but all my other things, like from Seasonal Visions, they have like little stickers. So this is kind of a nice touch. This next step, you're just elongating these pieces, but one of them has a D on top. That's the middle one back here. So if you're putting this together, just make sure that the D is in the back. This next part, you just put this piece up, which is the motor. It's a little tricky because there's 3 points, so it's a little hard to get in there. And I think it's going to be even harder to get off, though. E is this guy, the harvester. It goes on a certain way. It's just angles. You really can't get it wrong. So that's the next thing. Just put them up there. Next step is just his hands. Simple. Just go up there and put it in. Only one way to go in. Next up, the girl goes on and she just attaches to these 2 posts on his hands. Easy, but it takes a little bit because there's a little binding going on there, so you kind of have to lift it and stuff. It's not hard. The next step is you're going to take her hose and run it up his right arm, and there's Velcro in there. So you're not going to see this, but then it comes into the hose connection. So there's just like a little Velcro strap there for the hose on his arm. It keeps it in place. And now you just attach the Velcro here to hide the hose and attach the wires. You're not going to see that in the back. So the next step is you have these little Velcro things. It hides all the pipe and his, armature. So all you do is just stick them on there. And in the back here, after that, you attach all these. Now mine was mislabeled. There's actually an L here that attaches to J. But you really can't mess it up because they're just certain styles that you can't fit anywhere else. So all that's left is hooking up the adapter. Now his motion sensor or his sound sensor is in the left shoulder. That's what it says in the instructions. So you want to position him so that the left shoulder is kind of facing the audience. I have push button triggers for it, so that's not an issue. But the only thing that's left is hooking the fog up to it. So here's the fog pieces. You have this. This goes on the end of your fog machine. You unscrew it and you put it on. This is your actual relay. This plugs into the fog machine remote. And then this runs up to the back of the box. This trips it. This is an optional one that you can stick on the end of here, and it converts it to DMX. So if you have a DMX fog machine, that's what this is for. Cool. Alright, so my opening was way too small, so I had to fabricate something. I took a pipe clamp and wrapped it around my nozzle metal, and then I attached that piece, and then the hose attaches there, so it worked out. So that relay pack plugs in your remote in the back of your fog machine. This has got to warm up, obviously, and then this other end just goes, got to feed it. You know, obviously this is going to be in the back, but feed it through and then attach it to the M, which is on the back of the box. So in the back there's an M. There's also a switch relay to test it. You can hit that button if you want to test it. And over here you're going to plug your stop pad or your infrared trigger, which I'm going to put infrared trigger on this. Here's your volume, and that's it. We're going to fire them up. Well, I tested the adapter with a multimeter, and there's no continuity, so, and there's no voltage, so I'm actually going to have to request another one of these from Spirit. Luckily I had a bunch of 6 volt 3 amp adapters around, but you know, I might as well get what I paid for. So that'll work this year. So here's my 6 volt adapter that I'm using. So batteries worked. I tried the batteries and I was like, oh, something's wrong here. So I tested the power adapter and it doesn't work. But we're going to fire them up. This is without the fog. And like I said, I put it on one of these Spirit things. I could easily do this myself, but cost effective, this is the way to go. I mean, it's almost the same. So we're going to test this in the garage because I can't do fog in here.
I'll stay on this side. We'll get 2 views.
Look at me, just as all the others have. Now that I have you, your soul will be mine forever.
So I just wanted to state this is a 1,000-watt fog machine. I think maybe a 400-watt fog machine would be better for this prop. I love it. It's great. I mean, without the fog, it's whatever. But that fog effect that's going on is just, it's fantastic. I just love it. But, you know, if you like what I do, please like, subscribe, share. I'm going to try to continue to make more videos in the off season, so be prepared to see more updates.